Well, it's been officially 1 month of living off our homegrown, foraged, and hunted food. I can't lie and say it's completely been a breeze, and there haven't been a few times I've wanted to just rip open a bag of chips, but overall I'm extremely thankful that we've had the time to give this much care and dedication to what we're eating. I was grinding corn into masa earlier today, and it was hard work. My arm was getting tired, I was getting sweaty, it felt like the pile of kernels was somehow growing instead of shrinking. But despite all this, I was struck by an overwhelming sense of gratitude and even elation. Through the simple act of grinding that corn that Jordan had nixtamalized earlier this week, I felt a connection to the people who originally cultivated and figured out how to cook with corn, to the little community garden plot where we grew the corn, and really to the entire incredible history of humanity transforming the raw abundance of the earth into something that can nourish us. I don't know, maybe I was just delirious from really craving lunch. One thing I was really struck by during my corn grinding reverie was just how essential working together has been throughout that history. Even though in this country we have a lot of heroic tales of rugged individuals hacking it out on their own in the wilderness, that's very much been the exception rather than the rule. And with Jordan's and my hectic life with outside day jobs, it is sometimes the case that we have to fit in growing and foraging and hunting around the margins as solo hobbies. But for the most part, we really tried to make it a community-based activity. For example, earlier in the week, we met up at our friend's new farm to have a nut cracking party. As you may have seen in our earlier videos, black walnuts have been incredibly abundant this year, but are quite tough nuts to crack. So that's one activity where it really pays to have many hands making light work. And it's also just so much more enjoyable getting to socialize and crack jokes while we're cracking nuts.
Yeah, it's like eating an acorn.
We're cracking open some nuts. Oh, that one's a bad one. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Jenny, are you helping? Yeah. You're helping?
You wanna throw that other one in there? We can smash it up. Good job. You ready? These black walnuts had a special purpose, which was to be pressed into oil using our friend Annie's hydraulic press that she uses for herbs. So after cracking and roasting them to help release some of those oils, we put them through the press and got a nice little jar of walnut oil. We did them both raw and roasted, and they had really interesting flavor profiles. Everyone who was there agreed that the raw one actually smelled surprisingly like apple cider.
Just because my children's museum experience was like
Dense stuff. A lot of calories in there.
Yep. They don't need it anyway.
It's not that weird.
Oil is is one of the more challenging ingredients for us to make during our challenge. This black walnut oil is incredibly flavorful and will be perfect for use in raw applications like salad dressings or dips, but it's not a good oil to use with heat, so we won't be cooking with it. We also render tallow from our deer every year, which is much better for high heat application, but since we also use it in body care products like soap and skin salves, we don't usually have enough of it for all of its many uses. As such, oil is one of the products that we still buy from the store, which was really handy when we wanted to make one of our favorite snacks this week. But first, a quick break for the sponsor of today's video, which is us. We love sharing snippets of our growing, foraging, and cooking on here with all of you, but our real passion lies with our online courses, where we show you in depth exactly how to have a thriving garden that really feeds you, or to forage your own groceries from the woods. Our two courses, the Complete Guide to Growing Your Own Food and the Complete Guide to Foraging Your Own Food, are both having their biggest sale of the year right now. But it's only for a limited time, so definitely check them out at the link in the description below. I've really been pining for some crunchiness lately. I actually remember reading a study a while back that the sensation of crunching releases endorphins, and I don't know how verified that is, but I definitely think it's true for me. So anyway, we made a big batch of tortilla chips this week to help make me feel better. We made them with our Wapsie Valley dent corn and ate them with our roasted chili and tomato salsa that we canned earlier in the summer. Now these feel way more substantial than your typical chips and salsa snack. And though it was indeed a lot of work, I'm looking forward to doing it all over again tomorrow.